Welcome to a journey that will redefine who you are and what you're capable of. Today, you're not just watching a video, you're stepping into a forge where your mind will be sharpened, your potential unleashed, and your limits shattered. This is about building an empire of intellect, power, and control, one thought at a time. If you're ready to rise above the ordinary, hit that subscribe button now, smash the like button, and ring the bell so you never miss a step on this path to mastery. Let's ignite something unstoppable together, right now. Empower your mind with this transformative technique and unlock an 88% surge in brilliance, becoming a force to be reckoned with. Wisdom constructs kingdoms, and today you're laying the foundation for your own. Far too many people stumble through existence in a haze of reactivity, perpetually caught off guard, addressing crises as they arise rather than sculpting their destiny. They're passengers in their own lives, tossed about by circumstance, while the truly sharp seize the reins and steer toward greatness. Intelligence isn't merely about accumulating trivia or cracking puzzles. It's about mastery. Mastery over your thoughts, your impulses, and the way the world sees you. You don't need to inherit brilliance from some cosmic lottery. Genius isn't a birthright bestowed upon the fortunate few. It's a tool, honed and wielded by those bold enough to claim it. Today, you'll reforge your mind into something extraordinary, a mechanism so precise and powerful that it eclipses the ordinary. This isn't about incremental improvement. It's about a quantum leap into a realm of perception and influence most can't fathom. What you're about to embrace is Mindforge Dynamics, a framework crafted to accelerate your thinking, outwit any rival, and radiate authority in every encounter. This approach draws from the playbooks of history's titans, thinkers like Leonardo da Vinci, who saw connections where others saw chaos, or modern icons like Elon Musk, who bends reality to his vision. These are the architects of empires, not because they were handed the blueprints, but because they learned to see what others miss. By adopting their principles, you'll cultivate a mental edge so potent it becomes your secret weapon. Stay with me through this journey, because the final revelation will shift your entire paradigm. The beauty of this system lies in its accessibility. You don't need a PhD or a corner office to start. It's about rewiring how you process the world, turning every challenge into a chance to dominate. As basketball legend Michael Jordan once said, "Talent wins games, but intelligence and teamwork win championships." This is your championship mindset in the making, a blend of cunning, foresight, and unrelenting focus that sets you apart. Get ready to step into a version of yourself that doesn't just play the game, but rewrites the rules. Step 1. Ignite mental friction. Your mind recoils from unease. It's wired to seek calm waters, a cozy equilibrium where nothing sharpens or shifts. But that comfort zone is a silent thief, robbing you of the growth that only tension can forge. The masses flee from strain, numbing themselves with routine, yet it's precisely in the crucible of discomfort that your intellect takes on its fiercest edge. To accelerate your thinking, elevate your choices, and dismantle your rivals, you must condition your brain to revel in the storm, not shrink from it. How do you wield this? Thrust yourself into the arena with minds that dwarf your own. Engage in fierce debates where your assumptions are shredded and your reasoning rebuilt stronger. Take on challenges where the cost of failure looms large, a task so critical that retreat isn't an option. Step boldly into the fray, whether it's commanding a room with a speech, navigating a high-stakes deal, or making a call under crushing pressure. When the heat rises, your mind has no choice but to adapt, forging itself into a blade that cuts through chaos. Consider the words of Serena Williams, who dominated not just through skill, but through an unrelenting willingness to face the grind. Every defeat, every tough moment, it's fuel. That's the mindset you're cultivating here. Each time you lean into the uncomfortable, your brain rewires, learning to dance in the fire rather than flee it. The outcome? A fortified intellect, battle-tested and unshakable, thriving in the very moments that break others apart. This isn't about masochism, it's about alchemy. Discomfort is the raw material. Your will is the flame. By embracing the friction, you're not just surviving it, you're transforming it into power. Most will never dare this path, preferring the soft lull of predictability. But you'll emerge with a mind that doesn't just endure pressure, it feeds on it, turning every challenge into a proving ground for your ascent. Step 2. command the art of foresight picture, stepping into any scenario armed with the uncanny ability to see its unfolding before it begins. To anticipate every move, sidestep every trap, and shape the outcome while others scramble, that's the mark of a mind in control. The average person stumbles through life tethered to the now, reacting blindly to what's in front of them. You, however, will learn to peer into the horizon, bending the future to your design. How do you master this? Become a relentless student of humanity. Watch people with the precision of a hawk, decoding their gestures, their rhythms, the subtle tells in their words. Every interaction is a script waiting to be read. Train your eye to spot the threads that weave through life, recurring patterns in conversations, workplaces, even conflicts. Constantly ask yourself, what's the next domino to fall? With practice, your brain begins to map the unseen, turning instinct into strategy. Think of chess grandmaster Magnus Carlsen, who doesn't just play the board, he plays the player. Seeing moves ahead while his opponent fumbles in the moment, that's the level you're reaching for, anticipation so sharp it feels like sorcery. The more you hone this, the wider the gap grows between you and those stuck in the present, scrambling to keep pace. You're not just reacting, you're dictating the game. This foresight isn't guesswork, it's a muscle strengthened by observation and intent. Each time you predict an outcome and adjust before it lands, you're programming your mind to operate on a higher plane. Soon being 5 steps ahead isn't a fluke, it's your default. While others drown in the noise of the immediate, you'll stand above it, orchestrating what comes next with the calm precision of a conductor leading a symphony. Step 3. Forge razor-sharp adaptability. Most crumble when the script flips, paralyzed by the unexpected. They drown in indecision or spiral into chaos. Their minds lock up, clinging to what should have been, while the world moves on without them. But real brilliance isn't about having all the answers preloaded. It's about crafting them on the fly, turning upheaval into opportunity. To rise above, you must sculpt a mind so nimble it dances through the unpredictable, unshaken, and undeterred. How do you temper this agility? Train your brain to wrestle with duality, argue fiercely for one side of a cause, then pivot and dismantle it with equal conviction, flipping perspectives like a switch. Tackle riddles where the rules twist midstream, forcing you to rethink and reframe. Dive into games of strategy, chess, poker, or even virtual battlegrounds, where every shift demands a fresh approach. Shatter the safety of routine, seek out the unfamiliar, plunge into new domains, and teach yourself to flourish where certainty evaporates. Reflect on the ethos of Bruce Lee, who said, "Be like water, formless, adaptable, flowing around obstacles." That's the fluidity you're chasing. A mind that bends without breaking, that turns chaos into a canvas. Each time you stretch beyond the rigid, you're building a mental elasticity that lets you pivot faster, decide sharper, and stand firm when others falter. The result is a resilience that doesn't just weather the storm, it harnesses it. This isn't about chasing chaos for its own sake, it's about mastering it. While most cling to the comfort of the known, you'll thrive in the flux, transforming every curveball into a chance to shine. Mental agility isn't a gift, it's a discipline, forged through deliberate exposure to the unsteady. Step into this practice and you'll become the one who doesn't just survive the unknown, you dictate its terms, untouchable in your versatility. Step 4. Rule with elusive mastery. The true titan in any space isn't the one barking orders or flexing might, it's the shadow no one can pin down. Predictability is a chain. If your next move is obvious, you've already handed your power away. The most formidable force is the one that defies expectation, leaving others grasping at air. To wield this, you must become an enigma, a presence so layered and shifting that control remains yours alone. How do you craft this? Keep your cards close, dole out fragments of your intent, just enough to lure others into false certainty, never enough to map your endgame. Shatter your own mold, swap routines, alter rhythms, let no one settle into knowing you. Master the art of the feint. Project one path. Let them lean in, then strike from an angle they never saw coming. As Sun Tzu advised, appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak. Misdirection is your cloak and surprise your spear. Look to icons like David Bowie, who reinvented himself relentlessly, keeping the world off balance and enthralled. That's the power of the unpredictable, not just in art but in every arena. When you shed the skin of the expected, you force others to react to you. scrambling to keep up while you've already moved on. It's not chaos for chaos's sake. It's calculated fluidity, a dance that keeps you sovereign. The payoff is profound. You become a phantom in plain sight, visible yet unreadable, present yet untouchable. While others telegraph their every step, you glide through the gaps, rewriting the rules as you go. Unpredictability isn't just a tactic, it's a throne. Claim it, and you don't just play the game. You become the one everyone else is trying to figure out, always a step behind. Step 5. Wield the force of emotional mastery. Intellect isn't a cold machine of logic alone, it's a living bridge to the human soul. To truly excel, you must decode the unspoken, tapping into the currents of feeling that drive every action. When you can read a heart's pulse beneath a poker face, you don't just understand people, you shape them. Emotional mastery isn't a soft skill, it's a lever of power, tilting every interaction in your favor and rendering you untouchable. How do you sharpen this? Train your eyes to catch the fleeting shadows of truth, micro-expressions, those split-second flickers that betray joy, fear, or doubt before words can mask them. Become a sculptor of listening, not just catching phrases, but carving out the raw emotions they carry, hearing what's left unsaid. Rein in your own tides. Resist the urge to lash out or falter, holding steady like a chess master plotting mid-game. As Daniel Goleman, the pioneer of emotional intelligence, noted, the ability to manage yourself and relationships is what fuels success. This is about influence, not empathy for its own sake. When you sense a room's undercurrents, spotting tension, diffusing resistance or stoking ambition, you steer the narrative before others even know it's begun. Your calm becomes a weapon, disarming impulsiveness in yourself and others, letting you think beyond the moment while they're still reacting. Soon conversations bend to your will, decisions align with your vision, and manipulation slides off you like rain on glass. The result is a quiet dominance. Most stumble through life blind to these dynamics, tripped up by their own tempers or oblivious to others' motives, not you. With emotional mastery, you're the conductor of the unseen, turning every exchange into a step toward your empire. It's not just about reading the board, it's about moving the pieces, all while appearing effortlessly in tune. At step 6, forge unyielding focus and stamina. The average mind flits like a moth, distracted by every flicker, rarely landing long enough to ignite. But supremacy demands more, an ironclad concentration that cuts through the haze and holds firm under siege. Elite intelligence isn't just quick, it's enduring, able to wrestle complexity for hours, even days, without buckling. This relentless clarity is the divide between the fleeting and the formidable, and you're about to claim it. How do you build this fortress of focus? Start with disciplined immersion. Set a timer and dive into one task, banishing all noise, stretching your attention from a modest 25 minutes to a commanding hour. Experiment with sensory subtraction. Dim the lights, mute the world, and force your mind to paint vivid scenarios from nothing, sharpening your inner vision. Push your limits. When exhaustion creeps in, dig deeper, training your brain to thrive past the point where others fade. As Steve Jobs once said, focus is about saying no. It's a ruthless curation of your energy. This isn't mere willpower, it's a rewiring. Each session carves a deeper groove of discipline, turning distraction into a foe you've already vanquished. Picture a predator stalking its prey. While the herd scatters at every rustle, you lock in, calculating, precise, relentless. That's the mental endurance you're forging, sustaining brilliance when others unravel, processing vast webs of thought while they drown in trivia. The payoff is staggering. In a world of fractured attention, where most squander their potential on fleeting whims, you'll stand as a monolith, executing with surgical intent, untouchable in your depth. This isn't just focus, it's a superpower, a lens that keeps you ahead, unfazed by the chaos swirling around you. Master it, and you don't just outthink your rivals, you outlast them, building your legacy one unbroken moment at a time. Conclusion. Ascend to unstoppable mastery. When you weave together all 6 threads, mental friction, foresight, adaptability, elusiveness, emotional command, and relentless focus, you don't just sharpen your intellect, you transform into a force of nature, a strategist so formidable that rivals falter in your wake. They'll puzzle over why their plans unravel, why you're always a shadow ahead, oblivious to the truth. While they're fumbling with a child's game, you're orchestrating a grand design. They react to the wind, you summon the storm. This isn't mere intelligence, it's dominion, crafted step by deliberate step. Imagine the edge you'll wield. Those who once challenged you will hesitate, sensing an unseen current they can't grasp. Your mind, honed through these disciplines, becomes a labyrinth they can't navigate. Each move precise, each decision a checkmate. This isn't about outsmarting them in a single moment. It's about rewriting the rules of engagement so they never catch up. As Warren Buffett once mused, the best investment is in yourself, and this is the compound interest of your potential, growing exponentially with every layer you master. Here's your call to arms. Choose one pillar, whether it's embracing tension, predicting the next play, or locking in your focus, and dedicate the next 7 days to its conquest. Step beyond the familiar, lean into the unknown, and train your mind to spot the gold others overlook in the rubble. Push until it hurts, then push further. Growth lies on the other side of strain. Return with your story of triumph, and let's build on that fire. This is your moment to rise. These 6 steps aren't just tools. They're the forge of a new you, a mind that doesn't just compete but redefines the battlefield. Most will drift, content with mediocrity, but you're here to claim more. Start now, and in a week, you'll already feel the shift, a taste of the unstoppable awaiting its full awakening. The journey is yours to seize. Outro, embrace the shadow elite. This is more than a method. It's a rebellion against weakness, a creed for those who hunger to wield power within. The Shadow Ascent movement is your forge, shaping you into a titan among the timid. Hit that subscribe button now or linger in the haze of the ordinary. The choice defines you. We'll meet again soon, on the path to your empire.